What hurts worse, depression or anxiety? I think it really just depends, in my opinion, on the severity of each of the conditions, but there are no winners when someone is battling depression or anxiety. Depression tends to be a more internal thing, a more suffering of the soul, so to speak. It's just very much internalized and it's hard to explain. Anxiety tends to be more of like a physical response, right? People who are anxious, you can see it on them a little differently than someone who's depressed. If someone is horribly anxious, it's often more transparent, and you tend to have more physical symptoms. However, if you're severely depressed, and I know when I was severely depressed, my physical symptoms of depression were very much noticeable, such as having no energy and everyone could see it. I mean, you looked into my eyes and you just saw pain and defeat, and eyes don't lie. I mean, eyes lie the worst compared to the way we can physically manifest ourselves as despite what we're feeling. So what hurts worse, depression or anxiety? From person to person it will depend, but they're both bad and they both need to be treated, addressed, and not taken lightly. One of the most common things I see and I hear about, and I certainly can attest to this, is people want to hide that they're depressed and or anxious because they're afraid of the stigma and they're afraid of what other people are going to think of them. I mean, they're both painful and they both require attention, and they're both, well, they're comorbid is what you can think of them as. If you have anxiety and you don't get it treated, it is very likely that it will trickle and or become depression. It's just sort of one of those things. It's like someone who's dealing with a lot of stress, it can lead to depression. Someone who's dealing with a lot of physical illness, that can lead to depression. It's just, the two go hand in hand. So if you're depressed, it can also lead to anxiety. You gotta take them both seriously, and trust me when I say they both hurt. I'm someone who suffered from severe anxiety, panic disorder, generalized anxiety disorder, and I'm also someone who suffered from clinical depression. Very, very suicidal clinical depression. So I can tell you they hurt differently, but they hurt. They're uncomfortable, and they can lead to suicidality and just utter despair and hopelessness. So I think you get different answers from people. I think it's hard to know how certain people handle and tolerate pain and discomfort, but they can both push you to places that you don't want to go, and they can both make you feel like your life is over. So if you're suffering from anxiety and depression, make sure that you're getting help and that you are reaching out for support, and that you realize that it won't last forever, provided you stay in the game and you be actively looking for a solution. I'm going to leave a website link in the description, healingfromdepression.com. The man who owns the site, or runs the site, hosts the site, and created it, he's a personal friend of mine. He's a counselor, he's an author, he's a man who survived many clinical depressions with severe anxiety, and he has a lot of insight and healing and hope to offer, and along with resources. So check out healingfromdepression.com, and I hope this video, it kind of might seem random, but it's something I've wondered, what is worse? Is it worse to be someone who's anxious, or is it worse to be someone depressed? They're just different, they're both painful, and I don't think there's a clear winner. There's no winners when it comes to mood disorders. So that was the thing. I was just thinking about that, and I wanted to share that with you. Hope everyone's doing okay. I hope that had some function, because it seemed a little more random than I guess I might like to be. But what do you guys think? Shit, I'm not the only one here. What do you guys think? In your opinion, what's more painful? Depression and anxiety? Do you agree with me? Do you have a different point of view? Leave me comments below. I'm really curious to see what people's take is on this. The one thing that changes the answer is, how severe is the depression? How severe is the anxiety? So let's just say, for the sake of keeping things consistent, if someone is severe, let's just, whatever that means to you, but severe depression or severe anxiety, what do you guys think is worse? And sadly, a lot of people like myself, you get them both together, like I did, and it's definitely more than I thought I could bear. But I was wrong, and so if you're suffering from that same mindset, remember that you're wrong, in my opinion. So be brave, hang in there, and know that you're not alone. Leave me messages and let me know what I can do for you. We'll do another video soon. Take good care, guys.